Hello everyone, please welcome or welcome back to my channel. As the title suggests, I'm going to be telling you about the 22 lessons I should have learned by 22, and I think it's going to be very simple things that people forget with living so fast and so furiously in life, and people tend to not slow down and not figure out what life's meanings are really. So, and this video is especially from me because there is no alternative about what do I want to say? Some of these things I've learned while I was very young, maybe even when I was 5 or so, but I have still included those because I have learned till the moment I was born, from when I was about probably 1 year old. So I have included those little things as well, and that's what makes this list quite special for me. So first thing, which is very important for me, is family, and that's what my first notes app suggests, is that family comes first. And it is so true that family really comes first for me, and friends are family too, so friends and family comes first always. Number 2 is also especially for me, curated for me, is health. Health is the ultimate wealth. We all know these things really, but I'm one of those people who didn't really care about their own health, whether it be physical health or mental health, and now I'm like really obsessed with that, so which is also really great. Number 3 is a bit tricky one, and I think it is for everyone to understand with time, that parents always want what's best for their child, but they don't really know what is the best for their child or what is the best for any situation at all. So it is a thing to keep in mind, like always. Number 4 is we should really have a really close connection with nature, because we come from it and we are going to go back to it. I always say this, like, don't feel bad about having vegetables, like vegetables and fruits feed us and trees and plants feed us, and then we are going to be the food for them after we die. And it is, we all are that part of that cycle, and which is really interesting to me. And so I was watching a show today where they mentioned this thing, like, bones are like stones, blood is water, and breath is air, and our flesh are soil. And it just made so much sense to me, and I watched this show today and it was great. So number 5 is for those people who really neglect their health and doesn't really take care of themselves, which I think in today's age are most people. If you don't take care of yourself first, how are you going to take care of the people around you? And it's just such a bizarre logic not to take care of yourself and just go about caring about everyone else. And that's just not the way it works. 6 is also, we all know that sleep is very important, but we don't really take our own advice. We are like that, and humans know a lot of things, they just don't believe in those things. Like I read an article today I think that said that we all know that we are going to die, but we don't believe it. If we believed it, we would do things differently, and that is the point. Number 7 is forgive yourself and forgive others. Both are equally important. As human beings, we all are going to make mistakes from time to time, whether it is a very minor mistake or very huge mistake. We all will make it from time to time, but it is really important to move past them and forgive yourself first and also forgive others. I think forgiving others is easier than forgiving yourself, but it can get tricky and it can take years for someone to forgive things and people. So there you go. Number 8 goes back to like after 12th grade. If you have tried hard enough for something or someone for a year, that is a really long time, and it is important to give up sometimes. If you have tried so hard for something for a year or sometimes years, it is okay to give up on something or someone sometimes before it gets too chaotic. But no dream is too big or too small. If you really want to make your dream come true, it needs small, necessary, consistent steps to achieve those goals and achieve your dream at the end of your life or during your life. Number 9 was my hardest lesson to learn, that it is okay to ask for help, and whether it is a professional help from doctors or health professionals or like physical help from people around you, it is really important. We are a part of a society and a community. Human beings are a part of a society, and they are social animals at the end of the day. So it is really important to help others and also be available to accept help whenever it is like given on a platter for you. Number 10 is crying is okay when you are sad. I think we shame ourselves a lot of the time for crying, and whenever someone is crying, we're like, don't cry, everything's going to be alright. No, everything is not going to be alright. I am sorry to bear the sad news, but it is okay to cry when things don't go well or you are really very sad. I feel like you feel a lot lighter after you have cried. Your skin becomes really good after you have cried as well. So crying is good. Crying is good, and crying when you are sad is normal. It's nothing out of the ordinary. Number 11, journaling is really essential when you are overwhelmed with a lot of things going around. Like from COVID, we have like past trauma or something. I feel like in our lives, like all of our lives, and we just don't think about it. That's why it just gets too much when when some little thing goes wrong in a day and you just burst out, and then after a while you think that why did I break down crying when I just dropped a glass of water. It's not a big deal, but it is just like past traumas collecting over time, over years, which you have not processed in your mind, and that's why journaling is really important. Timothy Chalamet says, you have to remember that life is coming from you, not at you. So, but it is also really important to take each day at a time. And my number 12th advice is some days it is okay to just exist and breathe. Sometimes that is also too much. So it is okay for some days to be like that. Not every day do you have to be really productive and really studious or have all your work done. There's no specific rule like that. So it is very important to believe, but it's okay if some days you just breathe and exist. Number 13 is a solid one. Elder people, like elderly people, people who are older than you, who are elder to you, they are living for the first time too. Sometimes we have too much expectations of our elders, from our elders, and it's just unrealistic. They are living for the first time and they are going to make mistakes too. Don't burden yourself with other people's expectations at all. That's like a big no. Number 14 is some people can change the way they think and the way they live and their lifestyle, but most people don't. Most people don't change for time, and that is a really hard pill to swallow sometimes, but you have to understand that some people do change and most people don't. Number 15 is something from my childhood, something to learn from my childhood, from my teenage years, and also now from my adulthood, is that bad habits can be broken with the help. And bad habits can be broken with practice, help, encouragement, and guidance. This is a lesson I have learned from my childhood and my teenage years, and now in my adulthood I have dealt with different things, like something as small as cutting my nails with my tooth to overcoming self-harm things and overcoming dermatillomania and being attached to things like spectacles. Like I used to wear these spectacles. It was under medication, and the year they said that I did not need to wear them anymore. My eyes completely were fine, and even then I used to run around with it. I used to like keep the case of my spectacles on my bedside pillow, and it was bizarre. And I overcame those things from a really young age, from when I was about 9, so I think I did a pretty good job. Number 16 is it's a thing I think I've learned from people around me. So it's like a part of it like is from people around me, and a part of it is from my own self. As it is alright to fall in love with someone, it is also alright to not want to marry someone. And those things does not really go hand in hand with anything. Like, I really don't want to explain it very much, but number 17 is also along the lines of number 16, and whereas marriage and love are two separate things, loving kids and wanting biological kids or wanting to adopt kids are 3 separate things altogether. And I think I've explored the possibilities of all of them, and I feel like people put too much pressure on themselves to fit into one of the categories, and also criticize one another for choosing any of the 3, and it is just ridiculous. It's okay to just live and not think about anything else. Number 18 is my most favorite one, which is kindness to anyone goes a long way. And when you say the word kindness, it feels like, no judgment and no anything, just full on support and love and respect. And I feel like that is really, really important. Number 19 is small happiness are the things which you will remember forever. And what I mean by that is, at the end of the day, which makes me really happy in certain days, is like someone did something for me when I was not okay and I was unable to do something, and they did something for me. Whether it is as small as passing me a spoon while I was unable to do it, or opening the cap of my pen when I was unable to do it. And I feel like those are the things that I remember the most. So thank you to all of my friends who have helped me open the caps of my pen. I remember each and every single one of you, and I am truly grateful that I have the people as family and friends who are around me. So thank you. Number 20 is the thing that I think I have learned for 20 years, which is friends can grow apart, but they can still be considered friends even though you have not talked with each other for 9 months or 5 years, and it's completely fine. They're still your friends, you're still their friends. So let's move on to number 21. Number 21. Number 21 is our emotions, pain, and struggles are never invalid. Everyone feels pain and emotions at a different level, and I'm feeling pain lesser than someone does not mean that I'm not feeling it. Or some people are pain tolerant and some people are not, so they will feel like small amounts of pain in huge amounts, so which I don't know how to deal with that. I am pretty pain tolerant, but I also feel pain sometimes, and my struggles are also real and not comparable to any other person. That's what I'm trying to say. Pain is not comparable, emotions are not comparable. If you are hurt, then you are hurt, and that's it. Number 22 is the reason why I have put like 22 lessons I should have learned, because I think I still am learning this. The number 22. Last but not the least, we should never depend on anyone for our own happiness. Nobody is responsible for your own happiness other than yourself. So we should never even give anyone the power to ruin our mood or dampen on our happiness and completely destroy our state of mind. We should never give anyone the power like that, and we should be masters of our own fate, as Timothy Chalamet would say. So those are the 21 lessons. I have been talking for 25 minutes and my voice is almost gone. So I should drink some warm water now, and I will see you guys very soon in the next video. Goodbye.